Dude, you trying to get me fucking crucified, huh?
Nah. Look,
the Blessed Mother and all this shit when you really weren't that. Like, Andariel was more important than you in the actual game. Like, come here, honey. I'm sorry. Come here. You want to make out? Come here. I mean, that's nothing against her. Like, it is a cool character and all, but when you look at it from an OG, I played this shit since 8th. Biggest one on the scale was 10.2. I've caught a 10 on the money. I've caught one off the scale. Didn't have a scale this night, but it was 12 and a half for 13 pound. I need to dip a backer for this. Hold on.
you know what? Lilith, can you go and help him? Okay, he's back.
At the end of the day, it's my fucking business. So if you don't like it, you're gonna talk shit about me behind my back and go tell my other fucking viewers like, Hawg thinks he's gonna have a business, and you're like, fuck you. That's what it boils down to. So that's what happened with that.
And then watch where the hat goes. Simple as that. All right, everybody's ready? We're gonna do it now. Boom. So.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
No, I voted for myself, damn it!
Aaron's still in the game. All right, let's go back to this game critique. Give us the ARPG tier list. You know, I think we already know this one, but let's just give it like a solid rundown. D4, PoE,
God.
Last Epoch, and any others. Rank them with savage intent.
Dude, you trying to get me fucking crucified, huh?
Nah. Look, hey, so everybody knows, any question you don't want to answer, just simply say next question.
No, I'm gonna.
No hard feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll answer it, but gotta... Okay, so let's see. Let me think here. Well, I'm gonna do it for right now, and some people are gonna shit on this list, but number one for me right now is Last Epoch, and I'll tell you why. I like to blast, and which is, you know, like D4 style blast. You know, you like to kill shit quick and be powerful, I guess. And the quality of life is unmatched to me. Next would be PoE 1. Next would be God. Wait, we only doing those 4?
You can do any other ones that you like as well. It's fine.
Well, I mean, I think the greatest of all time is D2. So D2's got to be the top one, but it would probably be D2, LE, PoE 1, D3, PoE 2. Excuse me, let me back that up. Let's do D1, then D3, then PoE 2, then D4. D4 is just, I'm sorry. You know where D4 is going to go.
I feel hurt. I thought you loved me. If Johanna Faries, the new president of Blizzard, gave you her login right now, how would you fix Diablo IV?
The login's not going to fix it. The login's not going to fix it. I don't sit here and claim to be like the super dev that I know how to fix everything, but giving me the login to just go do whatever. I mean, it's so much it's so much deeper than that. It needs a new engine. It needs to be able to handle, like, why can all these other ARPGs have massive skill trees, massive effects, add, but D4 can't do that. You notice that? It's temporary shit. This isn't going core. It's almost recycled boss. Like, the shit feels so recycled every season. Whereas you look at 10 years, even on an older game, 10 years of PoE1, it's so bloated, which is a negative to some people, but it's just the overall state of the game they're able to add and add and add and add, where D4 you don't get that. It's just the same old shell of a game with a different season that's in there. They added a new character, but they didn't, I mean, maybe a tiny little area, but that, you look at what PoE1 does or Last Epoch does when the season comes out. I mean, you're talking about 100+ page patch notes that Last Epoch just did. You need a whole new dev team. You need a whole new engine. You need to get away from this mainstream. You know what I feel like? It's like how they redid Roadhouse. Like, Roadhouse is a badass movie with Patrick Swayze. And it did not need to be remade, but they remade it anyway. And instead of calling the bar the Double Deuce, they called it fucking Roadhouse. And like, that's what I feel about D4. Instead of bringing us Diablo and like just making another cool damn movie or another cool game, they just come in and fuck it all up and bring Lilith in here instead of Diablo. Like, sorry, honey, but they bring you in here to be the head of everything and the blessed mother and all this shit when you really weren't that. Like, Andariel was more important than you in the actual game. Like, come here, honey. I'm sorry. Come here. You want to make out? Come here. I mean, that's nothing against her. Like, it is a cool character and all, but when you look at it from an OG, I played this shit since 8th grade. It doesn't make sense and it's annoying. It feels like it's polluted. Like that's just, I'm sorry, Lilith. Okay. Jiggle your jiggies at me I'm sorry. Damn. It's nothing against you.
Oh man.
That's why I say it's so much more than just let me log in. Like, why in 6, 8 seasons, whatever it is, 8 seasons, why don't we have normal, like, familiar faces? Every time I watch a campfire chat, there's somebody new, or they're going to a remote team, or, like, it's nice to see the other dev streams where it's familiar faces. Like, we know who's going to be there. We know it's going to be Jonathan and Mark, or we know it's going to be Mike and Judd, or like, we know that's who it's going to be. But with D4, it's, oh, here's some guy in New York. Oh, that thought about something, but, he patched it in remotely. Now we're going to bring it back to these guys over here that are making the corniest ass jokes in the entire world, just making the game completely uncool. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just not cool. I'm not saying I'm a cool guy. It's just not, I don't know. It used to be cool to play Diablo 2. Used to have like I played Diablo, bitch. You know, like, it doesn't feel that way anymore. Like, you don't want to tell nobody play Diablo anymore.
Interesting. I will say, just going off what you said, being some of the issues gameplay wise, I do think that if they tried to make the season mechanics permanent every time, it would force them to think about the season mechanic a lot more. They do integrate some of the season abilities back into the game through the aspects, usually like half of them. I'll give Diablo one thing, which is it has something that the other ARPGs will never be able to do in regards to the game engine, which is world bosses, raids, PvP, world events, and the other games won't be able to do that, just the way the networking and kind of server creation works.
Yeah,
I also
nobody even
think,
uses those things though. Like, world bosses were cool for like,
and then they started getting
I mean,
one shot. Yeah, they're a bit
maybe
better
now,
now.
but like all of that shit that you mentioned, at least like until I quit playing it, all of that shit got burnt out so fast that,
It's
I mean,
it's
that's,
balance
yeah,
issues.
it's a cool for them. It's cool to have it over there, but that was one of the downside to a traditionalist. And that's why I've had to kind of come up with I call it a traditional ARPG. A traditionalist is what I consider myself. Like, open world's cool, all that's cool, you know, whatever, but it's not something that for a traditionalist I give a shit about. We're in the dungeon nonstop, like finding loot, like that's what you're wanting to do all the time. You know, it's fun for a little while to meet up with guys and do the world boss, but after 7,000 times him dropping the same shit over and over, and that goes back to core issues. I don't know. It's just, I don't like the aspect system. I don't like the tiny ass skill tree. I think the Paragon board is kind of, I mean, I like it, but I think it's kind of a missed opportunity there. But that's what I would have liked to see them improve with the seasons, and that's what I expected them to do as the game grew in active development, was them to add shit to the skill tree, and they hadn't touched it. I mean, they might have made a little bit of modifications, but it's still the same twig that it was when you look at all of the other ARPGs. It's just
True.
I don't know. I see what they, not the runes and all the shit that they're doing, but again, it just pales in comparison if you look at a PoE 1 expansion or everything that they did to last Epoch that's going core. It's almost like, what's the excuse? Like, you guys have quadruple the budget that these other guys have. Like, some of these companies are worried how they're not going to go out of business, and they're still coming up with this pretty sick, massive amount of content, and we're kind of getting rebranded shit on the other side. So, that's at least a lot of my audience's view of it as well too. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, that's why a lot of folks were unhappy when Adam Jackson left, because they felt like he might have had something a little bit to innovate. And I don't feel like, and I could be dead wrong. It's just what I feel. I don't feel like the people that they're showing us right now on the campfire are going to be capable of coming up with something revolutionary, because I just don't see it. So,
I like girth in my skill tree too.
Lord, so why you got this tiny twig, honey? You like a girthy tree? You sure got a tiny twig in there.
Inaris is a grow, not a shower.
Oh, Lord. Zanarius, your only man?
No.
Slide back over here. I mean,
So funny.
Oh, that's a succubus, dude. See? So I'm trying to warn y'all. Yeah, hey, honey.
She
God
seems
damn
cold,
it.
guys.
Jesus.
She's gone a bit pointy. Anyway, okay. Interesting. Let's talk about other games. So I saw you caught a fish in WoW and in real life at the same time. Did you play WoW a lot? For me, that was like a pretty big part of my life.
Oh, dude. That fucking game. You might not like what I'm gonna. That game. It was a lot of fun. I never played it until WoW Hardcore Classic started up. I was like, all right, let's play it. Then I got in Asmon's guild, and it was a lot of fun. It was fun as shit to see Asmon come in, like the whole server freaked the fuck out, and like I've never seen that kind of shit in a game where like the whole town was people. Like that was cool. And like we had a mock execution, and I was a healer priest. So I came out while they were doing, Asmon was out there and Tilly and a couple other guys. I came out and did a blessing. I came running. I was like, wait, it's me. He's like, wait, is that Hawg? God damn it, it's Hawg. Hey, Hawg. And I was like, hold on, let me bless him. Like, great content. But then I discovered how people act when they play WoW. And getting, the whole community was playing it. And then getting people text messaging me at 4:00 in the morning because they lost a role to somebody and somebody's pissed and they're leaving all their shit and pulling everything out of the Discord, leaving the clans and all this. I'm like, this is for fun. I mean, I'm talking about it turned my entire community like we were back in elementary school. It was actually fucking mind blowing. Like it caused, I told you earlier that my main moderator and shit left and all. It was because of WoW. All of that. He was jealous that I got into Asmongold's guild and wasn't playing with the viewers. And I tried to tell him behind the scenes, I was like, sir, I'm a content creator. Like, getting in Asmon's guild while we're playing WoW is like, that's pretty fucking big. You see the content we're making right now? Like, can you fucking chill the fuck out? And that's when it turned into him shitting on me behind my back. And then I had a guy that was coming on. The guy that was my moderator couldn't edit. This guy was going to edit and I really still need that, but he was going to edit for me and was actually a good editor. And so I talked to the other guy and was like, hey, I'm bringing this other guy in with us. He's going to edit, like, help us out. He just didn't like that shit at all. So it turned into, listen, like, when the messages came out, he was trying to message my old lady too, like, is everything okay? Like, he was trying to crawl into her DMs and shit as well. But, you know, it was, oh, Hawg thinks this is a fucking business. Like, he thinks he's actually going to go somewhere, and he thinks that he's not going to do shit. And that dude's, I'm like, damn, this is the main moderator of my shit. Like, the main guy. So, WoW induced all that. Everything was fine until we played WoW. And there was something about it that just induced, and it wasn't just him, it was multiple people that it just induced a childlike regression. And so I vowed never to play it again after all that. It was just such a shit show. And it just made people so fucking toxic. And I can be pretty fucking toxic myself, but that was just a whole nother, and we all know about that shit, but it got to experience it for the first time as a grown ass fucking man. And I was like, this is actually insane. I'm good on the game. Fun game, lots of fun, but whatever. But I don't need that kind of toxicity in my fucking life. So I didn't return back to it after that.
Interesting. Didn't know you were in Asmongold's guild. That's cool. Maybe that caused a bit of a, I don't know, some jealousy and, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, the plan was, we had a viewer, we had I was going to make my own guild. And then the guy it was actually jealousy of the guy that I was telling you that was editing, because the guy that was going to edit was friends with some of Asmon's, like, close guys. That's how we got in, was because of this guy getting me in. He got me into the fucking guild because he knew the guys. Now I made friends with them now, you know, I know those same guys too now, but I told the guy behind the scenes, cause he's my main mod. I was like, hey, there's going to be a change. We got a spot in Asmon's guild. This is going to be big. The dude's name got it for me. And that was jealousy of that. It was jealousy. This guy was, I guess, more useful at the time. I don't fucking understand, but I tried to do everything I could do, you know, to diffuse, you know, make him aware. It wasn't a surprise, you know, but at the end of the day, it's my fucking business. So if you don't like it and you're going to talk shit about me behind my back and go tell my other fucking viewers, like, Hawg thinks he's going to have a business, and you're like, fuck you. That's what it boils down to. So that's what happened with that. I just don't get the shit, man. I mean, and it happens a lot to a lot of different people. But, I mean, if you're working with a content creator and you're his main mod, and he starts getting traction and making move, like a main mod, and your streamer that's up and coming gets an invite and gets into Asmon's guild for some of the biggest content that's going on in the content cycle right now, you should be stoked for that guy instead of shitting on him to the fucking, it's just unreal. It's just
Straight
unreal.
up.
So y'all learn from this shit. I'm telling you, if you starting streaming and shit, you listen to all this and don't think it's bullshit, because this is all shit that fucking happens all the goddamn time.
Video editing
Not
as
even
well.
the streaming.
I reckon that the most important thing for a video editor is to make sure that they're actually watching your stream, because then you don't have to go and tell them, cut this and cut that and cut this, because then you may as well
And
just do it
that's-
yourself, right? So it's got to be somebody
that's
that's
why this
literally in all
was-
of them.
That's why this was such a blessing, because this guy was a viewer and I had helped him with his channel, give him some ideas and stuff. And when he adjusted to what I had suggested, his next video, you know, got a couple thousand views. So he offered to help me, but he was a longtime viewer. So he knew my personality. He knew, I mean, that's who you need. You need somebody that knows and is there, and you don't have to relay shit. He's just there working and doing everything. And I had that. And it was even to the point, like this guy and a couple other viewers, they bullied the other guy. I don't want to say any names or anything of these people, but the one guy that was going to edit for me had high functioning autism. And so they, my old moderator and a couple other guys teamed up and were bullying this guy straight up, which I didn't know about till later. But they were straight up fucking bullying this guy because he was jealous of him. And then it turned out that I lost that moderator, and then the other guy didn't feel comfortable being around my community anymore. So I was sitting there like, God damn, I love how this shit fucking blows up, and I'm just trying to make content, and these guys have got their fucking vaginas hanging out for everybody to see. I don't understand, but that's how it goes.
Aaron's saying behind the scenes, right? People don't realize how terrible it can be. But my team's basically thinking of making a cartoon. We're basically going to make a cartoon eventually because in our short time in kind of the gaming industry, so much shit has happened. It's been such a roller coaster. We actually think a cartoon of our journey will blow people's minds. Like they think all they see is the website. We get hate for like any little bug. It's like, guys, you got bugs in PayPal, you got bugs on Facebook, you
Yep.
got bugs on YouTube, you got bugs on eBay, Amazon. We're not fucking $1 billion. Like none of us were born rich. None of us are rich.
Mm-hmm.
We're not fucking 100 million man team. We're basically a core team of 4 people, right? And then we have people that help us as well, here and there. So we do our best, and we just think the cartoon would just be so funny. It's actually what keeps me going because anything bad that happens on the way there, I just always imagine how would this look in the cartoon. Well, actually, it would look pretty damn funny, right? And
Yeah.
then I just
Okay.
don't care about the bad shit as much anymore. Yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, guys, we do always need editors because we just got so much. We got content for traveling, we got content for building computers, and obviously this stream as well. We've got the big Ultimate Diablo Championship, although I think I do have a good editor for that one already. If you think you can do something, feel free to reach out. Obviously, don't PM me on Discord and say, hey, can I have a minute of your time or some shit like that? We already discussed why.
Hey, I'm an artist. Block.
All right, forget World of Warcraft and fishing in that game. I saw you caught a fish in 15 seconds in real life, so you're fast. But what's the biggest fish you've caught? Tell us about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I need to dip a backer for this. Hold on.
You need a what?
I need to dip a backer for this. Stand by.
Lilith, can you go and help him? Okay, he's back.
Reach your finger in my mouth here, honey.
Feel free to
Well,
give her a bit of a face shake as well. I think she likes it.
here, open up, honey. So there's 2 weights. There's one that's certified, so I've caught probably.
Are you smoking pot?
Huh? You on dope?
She just makes some pot.
What are you, the fucking Georgia State Patrol?
No, dude. I don't care. It's just funny because then
you hear that?
your mentality is gonna change slightly now, right? I think it's gonna be more interesting. So, what'd you smoke? Tobacco?
My brother, if you're
or
just
bud?
now picking up on that, like it's been that way the entire. It's been that way that's how I live my life, son. So ain't nothing
Fair
changing.
enough. Yeah, but you just topped up, right? Go for it. Biggest fish, man.
Chat, we're gonna have to educate our guy here about busting people out. I'm gonna sit real quick. We're sitting there. I'm sitting there with my dad and his buddy Larry Howard. Similar situation just happened. We're about to start talking about fishing. He looks at me. He goes, "You still smoke dope?" We're sitting in the middle of it. I was like, "The fuck?" I said, "Damn, Larry, you Georgia State Patrol?" And he looked all confused, like, "Huh?" I was like, "Damn, why was?" Okay, anyway, we're gonna get back to our conversation here. I have caught biggest one on the scale was 10.2. I've caught a 10 on the money. I've caught one off the scale. I didn't have a scale this night, but it was 12 and a half or 13 pound. A 10-pound largemouth is a trophy class fish. So that's the one you put on the wall. That's it's like a 10-point buck. Like, and most people go their whole lives and never even see one. I
Like
caught
me.
2 on the scale, 2 off the scale. You ain't 10. Well, you might be. Yeah, you pretty close, Billy. You pretty close. There's two ways to
Huge
tell
boy.
too. It's the tail. Ah!
Huge boy.
Okay. I'm gonna rip this fish off the damn wall. No, but I met this guy. I was probably 26, and he was a badass fisherman. And he had access to this guy named Don Woods, and Don Woods had the most badass trophy pond that you've ever seen, and nobody could fish it except for Josh. So I met Josh, and I gotta give you a fishing test. That's what he told me, which is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. But we went fishing together, and I passed the test. So we started fishing together. Well, we went night fishing at Don Woods Pond, and I was fucking stoked. I'm like, hell yeah, it's time. And that's where I caught a fucking beast. Now, I didn't have a scale with me, but it was so big that I was screaming at him like this, like, take the goddamn picture! It was heavy as fuck. And her eyes were about that big around, and it was about 12 and a half, 13 pounds. I'm good with the arm scale. But it was so big that he did not fish with me anymore after that. And he looked at me and he said, that's good, about 5 pound fish. And I said, I've been fishing my whole life, and I don't know what the fuck kind of fish you've been catching, but that was not 5 pound. And that's all I said. I said, that was every bit over 10 fucking pound, but he was mad that he didn't catch it. And so anyway, I was friends with his friend Heather. And it had been like 2 weeks I ain't heard from him, so I called her. I said, where's Josh been? And she said, oh, honey, you outfished him that night when you caught that fucking beast. He won't never even talk to you again. And I was like, are you serious? She was like, yeah, that's what happened. That's literally what happened. Literally never heard from the fucker ever again after that. All I did was catch a big fish. Like, I didn't call him a cocksucker or anything, nothing like that. That's just what happened. So I was like, okay. But yeah, I caught the first one I ever caught was 10.2 pounds. It was on top water. It was July 27, 2004. I was with my buddy Randy I told you about earlier. It was 10:47 a.m. It was on still got the plug over there. It was on an Excalibur spitting image, or popping image, Bill Dance, thread fin color. I was using a Zebco 733. It was called the Hawg reel. They don't make it anymore, but it was called the Hawg, so I had to buy it. And the line was actually put on backwards before I knew how to throw a bait caster. But I caught that fish, and when we went to leave that morning, we were backing out of the slip, and Randy's net was not in the boat. And something told me, tell Randy to get the net. So I said, Randy, grab that net. We're going to need that. And he did. Fast forward to that big fish ate, and it was to the point. It was the best day of fishing I ever had. Actually, we had a 37-pound day with 5 fish. But we pulled up on the red bank. Not red bank. Where were we? At fire break. Pulled up to the fire break, throwing a top water. And the way that a super big fish eats a top water plug, it doesn't explode all over it. It just comes up and it looks like a big vacuum cleaner under the water. It sucks it down in a big boil. And the second Randy saw that, he was like, that's a giant fish. You better get ready. So anyway, I was still rusty. I really didn't know how to fight it real well. Like, now it's to the point where I know where she's going to turn. I know where the hook's at. I know if I got to walk around the boat and like not let the hook angle change. Like, I didn't know any of that shit back then. So anyway, we get her up to the boat and there's a tear in her mouth about that big, a big ass hole right where the hook is. And it's still in the mount to this day. You can see it on the wall. It's a big hole. And it's where the hook was. I barely had her hooked. And she was fighting and just wallered this big ass thing out. So if I had let any pressure off of that at all, she was coming off. And Randy got the net and netted her. And the second I dropped my rod tip down just a tiny bit, the hook plopped out of her fucking mouth. And so I was so glad that he had brought that, and we grabbed that damn net. She was 10.2 pounds. We put her in the live well. Randy made the very next cast, front of the boat, hit the top water plug 3 times. A 911 blew up on that bitch. He got her in the boat. We weighed her 9 pounds, 11 ounces. So it was basically 2 10s back to back. Took a picture. We released her. And then I made the next cast out the back, caught a 7.5. Fucking came in. I fucking couldn't believe that shit. 3 fish back to back to back. a 10.2, a 9.11, and like a 7.2, 7.6, whatever, the 7.5 pound fish. And we caught a bunch of 5-pounders and shit that day. You catch fish like that in a tournament and you set fucking records and shit. Like that, it was a badass day. We go back to the slip. My dad's waiting there and we come pulling in. And I said, Daddy, check this shit out. And I pulled that 10-pounder out like that. He looked at it and he went, fuck y'all. And Randy looked at me like, the fuck's wrong with your daddy? And he was like, fuck y'all. Just like that. I'll never forget it. He said, I've been fishing this lake since I was born, and I've never caught anything bigger than 7 pounds. And you come out here your second day and catch 110? Fuck y'all. And he turned around and walked off. I said, damn. that was so that was that. And then I caught one. The one that was right at 10 pounds. I caught her last year, April. And I was just running the boat. Now, let me tell y'all something. If you're in this chat and your gut tells you something, you better listen to that shit because it's usually right. And my gut told me to set the boat down. I was just, and something said, set the boat down. And so I set the boat down right there. Set the boat down, dropped trolling motor, started fishing. And about 15 casts later, there was another 10-pounder. And she battled me like the battle scene from Troy when them two guys are going at it, but I got her in. She got released though.
That was my sister, you bastard.
Yeah, it was. I kissed her too, and I got pictures of me making out with her. That ain't no shit neither. Yeah. I was in the paper and shit too. When I caught that 10-pound, 2-ounce, 10.2, I was in the paper in Bainbridge and in Quincy, Florida, and maybe Tallahassee was the other one. And my granddaddy was so proud, he kept going around everybody in town. My grandson caught a 10-pound bass, was showing everybody the damn newspaper. I was a celebrity back then. And then I caught a 47-pound catfish on 6-pound test line. We were crappie fishing.
Shit.
So that was like an hour and 2-minute fight. It 35 foot deep of water. It come up and burn. It was like saltwater fishing. Come just burn all the drag, just burn line back 30 feet, and you get it back up, and it can burn the fucking line back off. Got a bunch of big ass fish, but I don't saltwater fish. It's all freshwater shit. But I caught the state record warmouth. Didn't even know what a warmouth was, and didn't even know it was a fucking record till after I released it. God damn it!
That was my daddy.
You ain't no warmouth. You a largemouth bass, Micropictus salamonus, damn it. That's the only animal I know the Latin name of.
Oh, man. All right, guys. If you're loving Hog's Swamp Wisdom, smash that follow, sub if you're feeling frisky, and tag a mate who needs some unfiltered truth bombs, more chaos, more creators every week. We want to take this all the way, so anything helps. We just want to get more people on board. Tell us who you want to see on here next. This is basically midway, so we will play the hat game now. Somebody's going to win $100. We play these little mini games all the time, or we can play cannons. I think Hog's already seen the cannons, so I don't know. Say in the chat.
I'm just along for the ride. You do whatever, baby.
Yeah, say in the chat if you want to see cannons or the hat game. Both are pretty cool. Maybe we can play both of them for $50. They're about 5 minutes each. And if you need like a bathroom break or anything, go now.
I'm back. I'm better than ever. I'm back.
Alrighty. All right, I'm on my third V. I don't know how I'm gonna feel later. I feel like this is probably the best podcast so far, and it's not because of the. Okay, well, it is because of the guest.
Choose your next words wisely.
Yeah, it's also because I'm more used to it, right? And I've got the better microphone. The app to do this works better, so we can just bring you in, and I feel better. You know, I feel better doing this. I'm not as under pressure, and like I couldn't sleep last night though. Literally, I could not sleep. The anticipation just always gets to me. I'm like, shit, I hope everything works. I'm worried like my alarm's not going to go off because I have to get up at 5 a.m. Anyways, I feel like I got decent energy. Someone did mention on one of the YouTube videos, it's like, oh, you don't sound very interested. It's like, dude, I'm fucking here tired and all that shit. But yeah, I'm trying my best. All right. Okay. Let's see. Everyone wants the hat game. Let's do the hat game. By the way, guys, all our games, the characters. So Billy the Bass will probably put this on our store as well. Hog, I mean, if you want, you can even use it. And all of these games are available on the Crimson Market, right? So it's not just like trading in-game items. Everything we make, we also let people have. And yeah, you can play around with it. So let's do this hat game. Mm. And look how simple it works. So we just hit login and basically we can have a channel point system here, save, play the hat game. That's it. It's so simple. Let's do both games. So each game $50. I think why not, right? Have some fun. Let's chuck on some funny music. All right, we good? So I enable joining now. You just use the channel points to join, guys. Playing for $50. Aaron, hop in as well, man. Come on. Hog, you can jump in as well. If you win, I mean, just give it to somebody, right? You just have your pick. Channel points, enter game. For anybody that doesn't know, it's right under the chat on the left. Right under send a message on the left, there's a button called channel points. You click that. And then at Crimson Loot Carnival's rewards, there's one called join the game. Just click that one. $19 people. Are we sure we're not missing anybody? Thanks, Bellatrix. We did make this ourselves. This is the first game we made. This is actually a game that we designed like a decade ago, back in uni. Me and my missus designed it, we 3D printed it. It was like a board game, and now we simplified it and brought it to Twitch. But we used to play this as a party game all the time. Is everybody in?
That's cool.
We'll give everybody 30 more seconds and then we will start. So what will happen is there will be a poll and you will vote for a hat. The hat with the most votes will get everybody inside the hat killed. So you don't want to vote for the hat you're in. You can see where you're going, but it's very difficult. It gets easier to track where you are as there's less devils. And basically you don't want to vote for the hat you're under. Willow Trust, feel free, come into Discord. I'm Maxis the Mystic Boon in the TCM Discord. or just stick around on the stream, and I'm happy to talk about it. I'll show you the other game as well. By the end of the year, we're gonna have about 5 or 6 games. That's kind of the goal. I just watch which hat you go to, and then watch where the hat goes. Simple as that. All right, everybody's ready? We're gonna do it now. Boom. So now vote for a hat in the poll to eliminate everybody in that hat.
I'm on 2. I don't even know where I'm at. Vote 2.
You'll be able to track better as the game goes by. It's by design, you know. So.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
No, I voted for myself, damn it!
Aaron's still in the game. And guys, believe it or not, we're not messing around when we say we've done like 5K. Alright, some people have won hundreds of USD, okay, in just a few months. Continue, okay.
Vote 2! Why is nobody voting for 2?
Ooh.
Damn.
Aaron's still in it, okay, interesting. We've got Bad Player in there. He's the serial winner. He's number 2. 400 USD is one.
Number 3, vote 3!
Nobody?
Damn it.
Lucky little devils.
So you see there's gonna be more hats. Now there's 5, right? So there'll be less hats, sorry, as it goes.
Vote 2, baby. Lucky 2.
Well, you're not supposed to be able to track yourself easily, right? But when there's like 2 or 3 devils, you'll see it's easy to track. Aaron died.
There's Aaron. See ya.
Aaron, go to hell.
See ya, Ned. All right, now we got to get Sweet Gamer Man out of there. Damn, that is just moving way too fast for me to be able to track. I will rise again.
So
right,
soon
we're
you'll
going
see
number 4.
a hat will be removed. So there'll be 4 hats, then 3 hats, then 2 hats. When there's 2 hats, it's easy to track.
Damn it.
Ooh, big one there.
Go to hell.
Okay, so just 4 guys left.
Damn.
And you see now there's 4 hats, right?
I want the W. I know you do.
Okay, 1 down. So there'll be 3 hats now, guys. Now it's easy to track, right? Now it's much easier. And remember, if you're not in the game anymore, you can still vote.
It's not. It's bold of you to assume I can even see. Yeah, I want to use this on my stream. This shit's cool.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate the kind words. We do try a lot to get this working. On Steam, Steam is just such a mindfuck to get on to. Like, the amount of crap you gotta fill out. Okay, 2 guys. Oh my god. Bad player, man. I don't know how this guy is always winning. He's got some lucky shit going on. You know the guy from Sin City? He just puts $1 into the fucking pokey and then money just flies out. I think bad player. He could be that guy. It could be him, you know. Alright, let's see. Get ready, guys. Only 2 hats.
All right, here we go. Who's gonna win, baby?
Oh my god, it's fucking bad player.
rigged!
Okay. Bad player.
I tried, sweet.
Bad player moves up a bit. Okay, what we'll do is we'll continue with our podcast, and then in like, I don't know, a little bit we'll play the cannons as well for another 50. So in terms of getting the game, because it does seem like a lot of people seem nice and interested, I will show you real quick how to get it. And yes, I like Magic the Gathering and D&D music, so pretty simple. I think maybe we should try get it on Steam, right? But we sell like a bunch of assets here. You can see different VTuber stuff. And then if you go to app spots and programs, probably not the right name. It should probably say games as well. But we have the game right here. It's just $5. You can pretty much just go and download it. The Canon game is new, so we'll be uploading that soon here as well. And if anyone else wants to sell digital products or anything on here, go ahead, you can do it and you can make money here. And our margins are better than like Etsy and shit will take more of you. Steam takes like 30%. We take like, it's like 1%. And there is some traction, like you do get, you know, whatever views we have, but we haven't gone full blown marketing yet. When we do, you know, it'll happen, I guess. But yeah, there's that.